I'm Jonas, and today I'm really excited to show you deployments within CloudFlex. It's a new feature that we're releasing just in time for IBC, and what better way to show you how it works and all the cool things that we built into it by just deploying some instances that we're going to use to demo it at IBC. So let's come along. Here's our basic CloudFlex website that you know or probably have seen in one of our other videos. This is the new deploy manager, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit launch. It's going to fetch a couple templates. We're constantly working on extending what templates we have available. Since this is a new region, I'm going to deploy some core things. You just give your stack a name. I'm going to need a discovery server and a companion server first. I'm going to call that core disco. And core control. And that's it. We're going to get a quick summary on what we're going to deploy. And now I'm going to hit launch. And now CloudFlex does the magic. In the background, we're going to provision those resources if it's self-hosted. That's going to be in your own AWS account or different cloud provider account. Or if it's managed, it's going to be in our account. So we provision that for you. And what we then do is we do a multi-stage deployment where we build our own orchestrator. So we don't rely on any third parties like Terraform, OpenTofu, or similar. We built that ourselves, which allows us to still be vendor-agnostic and use this across multiple clouds. What this is going to do is now it's going to fire up the instance, and now we already see that it's starting to deploy. We're just going to wait till this is complete, which is going to take 2-3 minutes, and then we're going to have our discovery server and a companion server ready to go. And then in the next step, we're going to deploy a production control room, a cloud control room into this environment as well. So just going to give this a couple minutes. And then these resources are just going to show up into your instance manager like any of the resources that you have adopted before. So we're just going to give this a little wait. You do see that we have some status updates here since this is stage 0 right now. Just going to wait till it's done with deploying those. It's running the scripts on it, and then as soon as those are ready, we can also have a look on the web interfaces for those to just confirm we have access to those and they are all working. Depending on download speeds in the region, this can take a couple minutes, but we should still come in under 5 minutes for most of the core components, and then Windows and more advanced systems might take up to 5 minutes, depending. Might take up to 20 minutes, depending on what we do and if we have AMIs available to speed that up. And now we see the companion server is already done. So what we're gonna do now, we're just gonna wait for this one to also complete. There we go, both of them complete. So now we're gonna go into our instance manager. So in our instance manager, we do see both of those running. One thing that we do is we install my own little software called DiscoB. So if I just hit up that IP address. I'm going to show that to you real quick. So now I'm on this website, just going to its IP address. I see all the NDI sources, and as soon as we have more instances running, we can use that. But more important is we're going to take the private IP address here, because we're going to need that in the next step. We're back in the deploy manager. And now we want to launch our first cloud control room. So let's call it CCR1. And there I want the VMix instance and 2 base instances. Those are GPU powered, so you can install other software on there, especially if you want to use a software that we don't currently support directly out of here. You can use that. And then we also want to display this And now we also want to deploy an NDI Multiview instance. That's by the great Elias Prunnen over at Tractus, and one of our first partner deployments. So yeah, I'm gonna start this. I'm gonna use one of the base instances to deploy Carbonite code on it. So I'm gonna call this Carbonite CCR1 Carbonite code. Make this large. We're going to put the discovery server address in here. I put that into all of these. And then in here, I'm going to call this VMix. Drive size 100 is fine. This is the CCR1 Multiview. And that's it. We also have here, this is going to be dashboard. Now I'm just going to hit next and get the same overview. Now I hit launch. So now it's going to create a second stack in here that we're going to get any second, or if you're impatient like I, you can hit refresh. So what this is now going to go, it's going to go through all the different instances. And like I said before, this is going to do a multi-stage deployment now. So I'm going to put a little time on the screen to show you how long it's taking, and I'll show you what we deployed as soon as it's done. And just like that, the first instance is already ready. In this case, it's the NDI Multiviewer. So just like with the Control B, I can also pull up the interface for that one. I'm just gonna pull its IP address, and here we go. Now I have a fully functioning multiviewer for NDI. But now let's take that away and keep looking at those. They're gonna be in stage 0. They're probably gonna install Chrome next, because we do install all the base tools that you're gonna need: Chrome, NDI Tools, Zoom, .NET framework, and all of that. And we're also gonna configure those to look at the discovery server. So let's just wait till they're done. Okay, and now that all of those are deployed, let's head on over to the instance manager and make sure that everything worked on those instances. Okay, so here I am. And I just click into Carbonite code. Then I'm gonna download those installers and install it on here. That all looks good. Let's check out VMix, if it installed VMix and all. Same thing here. And now we have it. I have my full environment admin ready, discovery service configured, and now I'm just gonna download software, install our demo files, and that's it. If you now are curious on seeing more about CloudFlex and how our vendor-agnostic and operator-centric platform can help you and let your team focus on what they can do best, create their great content, but also not require you to retrain everyone, because this is just a Windows box now. You can install whatever software that runs on Windows and Linux and just go with that. So no more retraining any of that. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this, head on over to cloudflexbroadcast.com and book your personalized demo, or come visit us at IBC at booth 10F39. Thanks for watching.